Hello everyone, it's me Dana, and today I'm doing a reading for Bonnie in New Jersey. Now Bonnie, I was sitting here with my cards. I got two decks out here. I have my Divine Guidance deck, and I also have my Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. As I was sitting here and just tuning into you and your energy, I was seeing a lot of swirling on the left and dark and red, and then it just felt like a constriction in here. It actually kind of felt like a lot of pressure. What I was getting from this was not to try so hard. You mentioned to me in your email that you like to give readings to other people yourself, but you have a problem getting a message for yourself. Well, the first clue is usually when you're giving a reading for someone else, there's usually a bit of the reading is also for you. So the message that you are passing on, sit back and reflect upon it afterwards, because quite often part of the message that you are giving to someone else is just as much for you as it is for them. And what I was also getting there was to just relax and trust that you are getting the right messages for yourself. Okay, sit with your deck and just sit there quietly in meditation for 5 minutes, and then ask the deck for a message for you and pull a card and just relax and let the message flow to you. Most of us, what happens is we're trying to put too much into a small constricted thing. So a lot of times the card will mean more in a different way than it did last week. For instance, when I'm looking at a card, I will see something different in it depending on who I'm reading for. A lot of times I will notice something I didn't notice before. And as I said before, I don't always look at every meaning in a guidebook. That way I know that whatever is popping into my head is the message that the person needs to hear. Sometimes I get a message to read the guidebook. And in those instances I will, because there'll be something a little more in the definition from the guidebook. But remember, the cards are just a tool, and you yourself are receiving the messages, okay? So I'm going to pull one card from my Divine Guidance deck, and then I'm going to pull a couple from the other one. And let's see what we have for Bonnie today, okay? This is the one I'm getting. Very beautiful. So again, I don't know this card. What I am getting from this is, see how half of it's quite light and the other half is quite dark, but it's all purple, okay? So I'm seeing that that's what I'm getting, like in the center here. There's all sorts of colors and everything going on. So you are getting the messages, and when you believe that and you trust that, it's very light and it flows quite easily. This is kind of like a swirling, like I was seeing to the left when I was closing my eyes, just trying to tune into you. So what I'm getting from this card is for you to just relax, and as you lighten up more and more, the messages will just come easier and more clearly. And I'm also getting for you, you've probably been experiencing some exhaustion in the last little bit here. Unexplainable exhaustion. A lot of us have experienced that in the last month or 2 months in December and January. Many people, it's like I didn't do anything all day, but I'm exhausted, or I slept for 10 hours and I'm more tired than I was before I started. So this is part, you are downloading more information. You're really opening up some new levels. Things are really opening up for you. And as you trust that, the heaviness is going to fall away, okay? You're going to start seeing more things if you haven't been already. When you go out for a walk in nature, and you need to do more of that, you're going to start seeing more things. I have been. It's like I'm going for a walk and there's little things flying in front of me on the pathway, and it's like, thank you. Thank you for walking with me. There's all sorts of things happening and opening up out there. More people are seeing fairies. More people are seeing images in the corner of their eyes. And you need to just trust and know that these things are just going to be coming more and more frequently for you. Okay? So that's what I get for you. Number 39 in the Divine Guidance deck. Now I'm going to pick 2 cards from the Psychic Oracle deck. That one. That one. That one. Those 2 are drawing my attention. So, first up, Deception and Envy. This is a mental card. Someone in your world has not been completely honest with you. And the person who popped first into your head as I pulled this card and said this, you know who it is, okay? Somebody's wearing a mask and not being completely honest with you about messages that they've got from you. So when you get someone coming to you going, no, I don't get it, it didn't make sense when you're doing a reading, again, you really have to trust yourself, trust your knowings, trust the messages that you're getting. Sometimes a person will deny it in front of you because they're not ready to face that truth themselves. And there's an awful lot of people out there who will, they'd rather blame you than deal with their own stuff. This happens more often than not. And also remember that when we're giving a message, sometimes it won't make sense immediately to the person. But more often than not, when they'll go, well, this part didn't make sense, when they're sharing it with somebody else, the other person will go, well, actually, that kind of makes a lot of sense if you think about it this way. And then they'll go, oh. But if it's someone that we don't really know and we've given them a reading, they're not going to pick up the phone and go, oh yeah, you were right. Because you're just the lady who gave them a reading. And they really don't feel like they have to call you up and tell you that you were actually right, or you were very bang on with your reading. Okay? So the key message for you here is to realize that many people are wearing masks. Just about everyone on the planet is wearing a mask of some sort. We don't always present who we are to every individual. Some of us wear a certain mask or persona when we're talking to our parents. We wear a different mask or persona when we're talking to the boss. And we wear a different mask or persona when we're talking with our friends. So just remember that there are people in your world that aren't being completely honest with you. You know intuitively who they are, but just let it be, okay? And stop letting it bring you down. Trust who you are and what you know. And that's the message that I'm getting for you from this card. You really got to start trusting and believing you, okay? Choices, decisions, and movement. This is a physical card. Well, you know what? This might be affecting some of these things, okay? So these doors are opening up for you. And you need to, the more you trust and believe in yourself, your knowings, and your intuition, the less you will be worried about what other people think. And honestly, that's the best thing we can all do, is stop worrying about the good opinion of other people. Because everyone's got their own stuff going on in their own world. And right now, a lot of us are clearing out a lot of garbage. And a lot of us are having to face our own truths and reveal those things and let them go. Stop holding on to the thoughts that are weighing you down and those doors that are opening up for you. And happily move forward and make the decisions that resonate with your heart. Go quietly inside and do what's best for Bonnie. Ask for guidance. Say, I need some guidance on what's the best and the highest good for all involved. And then follow your heart, listen to your intuition, because it is bang on. And this is the message that I got for you tonight, Bonnie, and I appreciate your patience. And thank you for emailing me. I hope you'll leave some comments below and let me know if this resonated with you and if it was helpful. And by all means, if you have any more questions, please send me an email. Thanks for tuning in. Smiles to you. It's me, Dana.